Welcome back to Storm the Field, the Pipeline, presented by Tree City Sports, your source for local sports. This is the show where we spotlight the next generation of football and basketball talent before they become household names. Before we get into it, let's give a quick shout out to Arrowhead Nutrition in Ottawa, Kansas. If you need a boost, whether it be in the gym, on the go, or preparing for game day, you'll want to get one of Arrowhead Nutrition's great Energy Teas nutritional shakes. You'll want to make it a part of your morning routine the way that it is mine. Today, we're joined by one of the top quarterback prospects in the state of Kansas, Blue Valley North quarterback Braxton Wagner. Joining us now on Storm the Field, the Pipeline is Blue Valley North quarterback, sophomore Braxton Wagner. How are you doing, Braxton?
I'm doing good today. How are you doing?
Doing great. It was actually nice and warm today, so we'll take that.
Yeah, it was nice today. Yeah,
Absolutely. I appreciate you taking the time to join us and talk about your recruitment.
yeah. I'm excited to talk more about everything.
So, just for our fans, tell us, who is Braxton Wagner?
I'm a quarterback. I'm a sophomore right now, and I just transferred to Blue Valley Northwest High School. I'm looking forward to the next season, starting season.
Now, talk about your experience in playing in that area against the other wonderful teams that are up there.
It's a There's a lot of competition in the EKL for sport or for football, and there's a lot of other good quarterbacks around. And then on the Missouri side in Kansas City, there's also a number of good quarterbacks over there too.
Yeah, there is a lot of talent around this area.
Yeah, there is. There like Rocco Marriott just went to UCF. There's a lot more guys that are really good too.
Yeah, there are. And not only juniors and seniors, but the classes that are
Yeah,
upcoming are going to be really good as well.
yeah.
So you're a multi-sport athlete. What sport what was your first love?
My first sport I loved playing was football. I started playing pee wee football when I was in like kindergarten or even younger maybe. And I I play baseball. I just play baseball and football right now, and I used to do track and basketball.
So when you play those other sports, how has that helped you develop your game as a quarterback?
It's helped me learn like getting coached from other coaches and learning how to communicate other ways through like playing baseball, going up to that bat and getting down in the count, and you got to come back, and it's just like in football, have a bad play, you got to come back to the next play.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's one of the best mindsets to have is you cannot let one bad play affect you the rest of the game.
Yep.
So when did you know that quarterback was the position that you wanted to be?
I've played quarterback my whole life. As first position I started playing when I first played football, and I just stuck with it throughout my career.
That's awesome to start from the beginning to know what you want.
Yep, it's been nice. I've been able to get coached by Coach Hoover at Spinet, and then Coach CJ Collins that's at Mid America right now.
Those are great coaches to learn from.
Yep, they are. They both. I think it's good to work with multiple coaches because they each have different coaching style and learn something new from each of them.
They all have different experiences from different places and can give you a different perspective on each situation.
Yep, they can.
And that's something that always helps you grow, not only on the field, but in rewatching tape and everything like that. It
Yep,
helps you understand the game.
yep, it does.
Now, in your quarterback play, what do you consider to be your biggest strength?
My biggest strength, in my opinion, is being able to get the ball out quick and knowing what the defense is doing before the play starts, and being able to read through the play and knowing where the ball needs to go.
Yeah, those are fantastic traits to have. What has been the biggest difference you've seen from going from Pee Wee football to middle school to now high school?
I think the biggest change is just there's more defenses. Like you used to see a bunch of just either just man or basic cover two up until high school, and then now there's like cover three, different styles of cover two, and some other ones that you got to learn to notice like that change throughout the play and other things.
Yeah, those are very important things. And when you see all the differences from what you've seen in your past, how do you think the game is going to change at the next level?
At the next level, there's going to be even more defenses, and then everyone's going to get quicker and faster, and just have to know what's going to happen and be able to do the same things that I've been doing.
Yeah, the biggest difference, I think, would be the difference in the players because right now in high school you're playing against the best players in your area until you get to the playoffs and but when you get to college you're playing against the best players in the entire nation.
Yeah, all from all around the country.
Exactly. What do you most look forward to when you look at your opportunities to go to college to continue your career?
I look forward to playing. That's my goal right now is playing, make it to playing college, and I'm looking forward to like meeting all the new players and getting to know all of them, and then growing better as a person too and a player on the field.
That is always the ultimate goal is you don't want to just grow on the field, but you want to grow off the field as a human being.
Yep. hmm
You have been expressed interest in by K-State. Who else have you been contacted by?
I've been able to talk to K State a lot. They've shown a lot of interest. I've been able to go on some junior day visits and some game day visits. And last week I talked to Coach Klein and Coach Buford, and I've also talked to coaches at Iowa State, or they're at Penn State now. And then I've been on game day visits at Nebraska and KU also.
What has been your favorite part of the recruitment process?
My favorite part's been getting to know all the coaches, and most of them are great guys. And then also being around all the players in the locker room and seeing how it is to play in college.
Yeah, I want to see how you grow from now until your senior season. Think of all of the other opportunities that are going to come pouring in.
Yeah, but I'm excited to see too with everything that happens, coming back from surgery and getting stronger again.
Now, talk about your comeback from your injury.
I started with a good first game, and then I later found out I was playing on a torn ACL, and then the second game I tore my meniscus, and then I went and got MRI, and then got surgery later that week, and then started doing PT ever since then.
That is a long road to recovery, but if you come back, when you come back stronger and better than you were before, it's going to make your success story that much sweeter.
I'm excited. I'm excited for this upcoming season.
Who is your favorite team to play against up there?
My favorite team to play against this year will probably be my old school. I'm looking forward to that game the most probably.
Now, who holds the lead in the series rivalry there?
The new school I'm at, they've beat my old school like 10 years in a row, I think. So been a long time.
That's awesome. At least you'll be able to experience it from the other side.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
So, playing in high school, what has been your favorite part of the game itself?
My favorite part of the game is just playing with all my friends, and then it, getting to celebrate in the locker room after big wins.
Those are great moments and ones you will cherish forever.
Yep.
Who have you played with around you and other teams in your league that have gone on to have D1 to play on D1 teams?
I've been in at my old school. There's been multiple guys like before I was there that went D1, like Graham Burtz went there, and at my new school, Baron Marshall's my age. He plays there, and then and a few years ago they had multiple guys that went and played at the Division 1 level.
What is playing with competition and teammates of that caliber? What does that do to help you grow?
I think playing with guys around you that are good and having another person like a having another quarterback that's trying to take your spots better for you because you always got to try hard and you can't take a day off or you'll get your spot taken.
Yeah, always go 100% all the time.
Yep.
You never want to take a play off because you know that you have someone back there that could step in at any moment.
Yep.
What do you consider to be the most difficult part of the game?
The most difficult part is probably being able to stay if after a few losses in a row, being able to stay motivated for the next one, or having a really bad game, and staying motivated and focused on the next game and next plays.
And that's exactly what you have to do is you have to put that play, that bad play or that bad game behind you and move on to the next one.
Can't let it affect you or your team.
Now, on a Friday night, what's going through your head as you're going out onto the field?
As I'm taking the bus ride there, just clear mind and just focus on the game, and then as the game starts to begin, just look at their defense and their strengths and figure out their weaknesses before the plays start, and then just stay focused throughout the game.
That is a great answer. Do you have any pregame rituals? We know some quarterbacks are really superstitious. There's things they got to do, their lucky socks, whatever. What are your pregame rituals?
I don't really have it. I don't I don't normally just listen to music by myself before a game. I just like to focus by myself and just in my thoughts and focus on the game.
If your mind is clear, then the game will come to you naturally.
Yeah. hmm
You've been to a lot of big camps. What has the experience of going to these camps been like?
the a lot of camps are fun, and I just got invited to the Under Armour camp in March in St. Louis. And one of my favorite parts about going to some of these camps is seeing all the people around you that are good and all the other good quarterbacks around the country. And it's fun to see all of them and get to know all of them too.
What are you most excited for to work on to develop even further in your game?
I'm excited to. I need to develop um, developing processing defenses as the play goes on and pre-snap reads, get to know what they're doing before they do it, and also getting my footwork back.
Yeah, especially coming off an injury like that, you want to make sure that you're stable with your
Yep, and
footworks.
yep, getting back to where I was before.
Now, what is the just the competition level when it's not competition, but when you're at camp, you know that there is some friendly competition between you and the other players. What is playing with those guys, learning from them, what does that do to help you?
It helps me like when there's like a 4 star at a camp that I'm with, watching him and looking at the difference between me and him, why he's ranked a 4 star and all the other guys with offers, and learning what they do, and then also seeing other people's mistakes and learning from their mistakes too.
Yeah, and also when you go to these camps, you get to learn from some of the great quarterbacks and coaches there are, some of the greatest quarterbacks and coaches there are out there.
Hmm.
And what has been the best advice you've gotten from some of those coaches?
Some of the best advice is just move on, and if something doesn't go your way, keep your head up and don't compare yourself to anyone else. Just focus on you and getting better at yourself.
Absolutely. You can't just compare yourself to the next guy because the next guy might have a year or two on you. And just a couple of years of experience can make all the difference in the world.
Yep.
And by the time you get to your senior season, you're going to have some of the greatest experience you can have, especially playing with the competition that you do.
Yep.
What has been your favorite part about not just going to see these campuses, but about knowing that you're wanted by these D1 schools?
It's been a great feeling knowing that, having interest from some schools, and the best feelings are showing up on a visit and the coaches greet you, and some of the people at the front desk greet you and know your name. It's a great feeling for everyone.
It is. And when you get there, you want to make sure that it feels like home.
Yep. Making sure you get to know them even better and everything.
You've still got a couple years of high school. How do you stay patient with the process and but keep yourself hungry and motivated, knowing that you're going to make it to the next level and make an impact?
Yep. After my surgery, not being able to throw or walk, even, I've just been focusing on getting my PT, doing my PT really good, and getting stronger, and just focusing on next season, staying excited for the next season.
You always have to stay motivated and stay focused on what's ahead.
Yep. Don't look backwards, or just stay focused on what's coming next.
Now, when you look at the different systems there are throughout the college football system, what kind of an offense do you see yourself fitting best into?
My favorite offense I like is being in a pro style offense. I can I'm a good pocket passer, and I can also make plays on the run and scramble if I'm needed to.
What visits or, schools that have reached out to you have really, what parts of those have really opened your eyes in terms of recruiting and things that you didn't expect?
Some of the things I didn't expect were getting to talk to some of the coaches and knowing how complicated all of their stuff is, having to recruit people right after the season starts and having to talk to all the recruits there on game day visits before your game. And that's just uh, opened my eyes to see how many people they're talking to and how complicated their side of the business is.
Exactly. And knowing that they're taking time out of their day to show you special interest has got to be a great feeling.
That is a good feeling talking to them before the game and them telling us what the game plan is for the game.
So, between balancing football and baseball and the classroom, what's it like to manage all of that? And what is the key to your success?
For schoolwork, I usually, whenever there's like downtime in class when we don't have any work on homework, and then in AST and study hall, do the work that you need to do, and that leaves free time after school to go to the gym and work out and go throw the football and work on other things.
What do you think the biggest difference in the weight room is going to be once you hit a campus?
Uh, in in college,
Yes, sorry.
I think the biggest difference is the intensity of the workouts and how long they are. That's probably my biggest thought of how different it is from high school weights.
Plus the all of the different machinery that you'll be able to access.
Yeah, all the turf
Top of the
work.
line stuff. And what's something that the fans that don't quite know you yet, what's something that they need to be looking for when watching your film?
When watching my film, I'm I always read the defenses, look at the safeties and DBs, and know where my receivers are and where they're going to end up, depending on the defenses, and always get the ball out on time when right before they get out of their break. And I'll always extend the play. I can always extend the play when it's needed to.
Those are great traits to have. What's something about you as a person that the fans might not know, but they need to know?
I'm not the like rowdy guy on the sideline or the field. I usually lead by example.
Well, who's been your biggest supporter? Obviously, your parents are very involved in your life, and but in terms of your coaches or anybody around you, who's been your biggest supporter?
I think some of my coaches that used to coach me in eighth grade and seventh grade, and then are some of my biggest supporters still. And then a few coaches at my old school, I still talk to them a lot, and they're still supporting me through everything too.
That's awesome. And they obviously saw the potential in you that everybody else does.
Yep.
So I know your parents went to K-State. You grew up around Manhattan or around the environment of K-State. What's been your favorite part of just being recruited by them?
My favorite part is they have a nice campus, and I also like hunting and fishing, so it'd be good to go to K State with being able to hunt and fish around there. And then one of my favorite person there is Taylor Bratt. He's energetic, funny guy.
Yeah, the whole coaching staff is fantastic.
Or
What's something that when you're looking at your next school when it comes to college, what's something that you're really looking for in that school?
I'd be looking at the school itself first, see if they have a good program that I'm interested in doing and studying, and also their coaching staff to be able to learn and develop at on the field and off the field.
That is always very important when you're picking your next level of education.
Yep, it is.
What's something that you want to experience in the college lifestyle that you're just really excited for?
I'm excited to be able to play football and work out with the team every day, be around the other players and coaches every day, and learning from them, and then being able to play games and have big wins on the field, and then celebrate with the team after the game in the locker room.
What's your ultimate goal once you've finished your playing career, hopefully years and years in the future? What's your end goal with your education?
My goal to study in education is business. I'd like to be in business when I'm older and own a business maybe.
Those are great ambitions. Who's been your favorite quarterback to watch as you were growing and tried to model your game after?
My favorite quarterback to watch was always Tom Brady. The way he was always the underdog and never let any of that stop him. Now he's best quarterback ever.
That is a great answer. Some would consider him to be the greatest of all time.
Yep. The way he's
Right
always
now, right now, I would say he's the greatest of all time so far. We might see Mahomes surpass him, hopefully.
yeah.
Oh, what's your favorite defense that you've played against?
Um, my favorite defense that I've played against is honestly the in practice last year we our defense coach would have like 8 guys on the line of scrimmage, and they drop like four back, and that one's the hardest one to know what's going to happen and being able to process all the information as the play's going on, and that's helped a lot with being able to read other defenses quicker too.
Yeah, being able to read the defense that is changing on the fly is very important.
There's no pre-snap reads or anything on those kinds of defenses because you never know who's going to drop back and who's going to stay
Exactly. And when you have athletes at every position, that makes that a lot harder.
when everyone's all fast.
Which do you take more pride in, your film study or your gains in the weight room?
I I take more pride in being able to like film studying because being able if you're strong and you can't process the game, then you can't do anything. And I like to be able to know what the safeties and DBs weaknesses are before the games, and I knowing their tips when they're going to blitz and everything.
Yeah, that is extremely important, and it is one of the most foundational things in all of football.
Yeah, being able to know the defenses is probably the most important thing as a quarterback.
Yes, it is. What is your ultimate dream college stadium to play in?
My dream college stadium to play in's probably probably be Ohio State, but I really like K State too to play at K State.
It's hard to beat the atmosphere at Bill Snyder Family Stadium.
Yeah, it's hard to. All the fans are all into the game.
Yeah, no matter the situation, our fans are always fired up, ready to go.
Always ready.
What kind of advice would you give to quarterbacks that are just now getting into high school, you know, learning the things that you have learned?
My biggest advice would be don't compare yourself to other quarterbacks if they're better than you already getting offers, and work on your own craft and also the biggest thing for high school football, being able to, if you can process the defense quicker than the other quarterback, then you'll be able to do a lot better than the other teams.
For sure, that is great advice. When you look at your career, not only your past career, but the rest of your high school career, what's something that you're really gonna look to when you're in college playing on a high level? What's one thing that you're really gonna look back to and just smile upon?
I'm probably going to be able to look back and be able to see all the growth I had through high school and all the memories playing with my teams and all the big wins and everything about playing on Friday nights.
It's a whole different ball game once you get to the next level.
Yep.
And you always want to make sure you cherish those years in your life because they go by way too fast.
They do.
Throughout your playing career, what has been your favorite memory of playing the game?
My favorite memory in the past few years probably my first touchdown pass and on varsity and big in a rivalry game, and it was big touchdown.
Those are always great moments. When you look back at your rivalry games that you've played in over the years, what's been, who would you consider to be your biggest rival?
Myself personally,
Yeah.
um, my biggest rivals, in my opinion, would just be anyone trying to take my spot and being able to show them that they're gonna have to work a lot harder than me to be able to take my spot.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to have that mindset that you are in the best position that you can be, and nobody can take that from you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't give them the opportunity either.
You know,
What's been your favorite rivalry game that you've ever played in? The high stakes, high atmosphere.
my favorite game was last year when we played my school now, who's our rivals, and it was close game to start off, and being able to score some touchdowns in front of everyone, and
Yeah, that is just incredible being able to face your rival, especially like you said, there they haven't won in several years, to be able to go out there and put on a performance.
yep, it was.
Now, when you look back at your career, and not just your career, but your life, what is one thing that you look back to that always drives you forward to make you keep going?
One of the biggest things now recently that's been my motivation is not getting what you've expected last season and having end on a worse note you could, and then being able to come back stronger and get better and come back better than you were before.
Absolutely, that is the right mindset to have. When you battle through adversity, it only makes your future brighter.
Yeah. And being able to know how and being able to work harder than you want to have before.
Yes, absolutely. When you get to the next level in college, what kind of offenses and defenses are you going to see that you are really excited to just experience playing in or against those?
I'm excited to play in a good passing offense with good route combinations and having a good everyone around me knowing what's going on and good coaching staff.
Yeah, the coaching staff is the most important part because you have to have leaders in the locker room.
And them also knowing them being able to process the defenses and what they're doing and helping everyone else learn and then having good plays to counter the good defenses.
Yes, and having the experience to do that helps you on the field too.
Yeah, it helps a lot. And them teaching you from if they ever played what they did and all their tips and what they do when trying to identify defense and everything else.
Well, if you end up at K-State, you're going to have one heck of a former quarterback as the head coach in Colin Klein.
Yeah, he's a he's a good dude, and he was really good at K State. And I'm looking forward to watching them this season, seeing what they do.
This season should be really exciting, that's for sure.
Yep, it should be with new coaches and a lot of new transfers.
Oh, yeah. And that's one of the other things. When you're coming up through the high school ranks, how is it, how challenging is it to know that you're not only battling other high school recruits for a roster spot, but there are transfers that want to come in and take those spots as well?
Yep, and when if you're good enough to get an offer and commit to a Division 1 school, you always have to make sure you're getting better and better because there could be another high school kid coming to take your spot or a senior in college from a JUCO school transferring to come start at your school.
Exactly. And that's just one of the many challenges you have to navigate in today's world of college athletics.
With all
You're
the
seeing that across the board, no matter what sport you're looking at.
yeah, everyone transferring, some transfer 4 times in their 4 more times in their college career.
And what stands out to you the most through the recruiting process in places that really make you feel like this is a place where you want to spend all of your college career?
The place that I've enjoyed the most is K State. All of the community around them's good, and all the coaches are really energetic and friendly to everyone, and all the players are good too, and the atmosphere at the stadium's great too.
Yeah, it absolutely is. And not only the university itself, but as you mentioned, the community around the university is phenomenal.
Everyone goes to Aggieville for the game.
Oh, yeah, a lot of good times have been had there.
Yeah,
Oh, I a couple years ago, I went to all but three home basketball games, and I took the kids to a bunch of them, and one of their favorite things was going into Varsity Donuts.
yeah. Get some donuts before the games.
Oh yeah, one of them got a cookie monster shaped one, and man, it was the highlight of their night.
Yeah, that sounds fun for them.
Oh yeah, but and that's one of the other things is Aggieville is you feel just at home when you're in a place like that.
Because that's where everyone goes, even if they're not college students. Everyone in Manhattan goes there to watch the games.
Oh yeah, and you get to meet so many different people when you go down there, but we are all united in the fact that we love our cats.
Yep.
Now, if you are able to continue your career at K-State, if that's where you end up signing and you get an offer from there, what's something that you look forward to?
If I'm able to get an offer to K State, that'd be awesome, and I'd look forward to being able to hopefully start at K State or any college. That'd be great, and then just having a good time with all my teammates and everything throughout college.
Yes, you have to enjoy the experience overall.
Yep, and everything else. It'd be fun. It'd be great to go play at the Division 1 level.
Yes, it would. And like I said, the offers that or the attention that you've gotten already shows great promise for your future.
Yep, I hopefully can have a really good season this year and next season, and hopefully get some offers.
No, yeah, I'm sure that those offers are going to come in for sure.
Yeah, hopefully they do.
What's been the biggest set or the biggest mountain to climb in your road to recovery?
Um, the biggest one's probably being able to stay motivated, and some days you'll not want to do anything at all because your knee will hurt, but you just gotta fight through everything and just keep going as hard as you can to get stronger as fast as you can.
Yep, work through the pain, as they say.
Yep.
And you don't want to overdo it, obviously. And I'm sure you've got a great group of physical therapists that help you through that process.
Yep. My trainer at my school is great, and then my physical therapist is really good too with helping me get stronger and heal quickly.
Absolutely. And having that support around you can only make it better.
Yep, it does make it a lot easier and better.
So now this is your comeback season. What's your goal for the season? What are you hoping to achieve?
The biggest goal is obviously to win state and for the team, and my goal personally is just to have a good season and start off where I left off from last season.
Yeah, you cannot let what happened or impact your
Yep.
preparation for this season, knowing that you are going to bounce back.
Yep, and being able to come back better and stronger for upcoming season, having a better year.
And what are you looking forward to improving on your game between now and your senior season when you graduate?
From now in my senior season, I'm looking forward to improving the mental side of the game and also my arm strength and speed. And I've had a lot of time off where I haven't been wasn't able to throw, so I've been able to watch more film and study defenses in my free time.
Yeah, like I said, the film watching and the preparation is just as important as your on-field performance.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I don't want to keep you on for too long. Just I appreciate you being taking your time to join Storm the Field. What are your final thoughts to all of your fans and our fans and K-State fans everywhere?
I I think everything's good. K State fans are best fans around in the country for any sport team.
So we appreciate you taking the time to join us. We will definitely be watching your journey from here on out, and we hope that you are able to achieve all of your dreams.
Thank you, and thank you for having me on the show.
That's going to do it for this episode of Storm the Field, the Pipeline, presented by Tree City Sports, your source for local sports. Big thanks to Braxton Wagner for joining us as our special guest on the show today. This is a young quarterback who you're going to be hearing a lot more about in the future. If you enjoyed this interview, make sure you're staying locked in because we have a lot more headed your way. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel as well as follow us on social media. We are on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it nowadays, at Tree City _ sports. And of course, I am at Tree City Sniper _ because my original account got hacked. So I'm rebuilding. Let's just say that. We'll be back soon with another future star. Until then, keep grinding, keep believing, and stay locked in to storm the field, the pipeline. Until next time, y'all take care now.